anybody don't like it, come see the king. And we gonna start with 50.
Yeah, I just seen the Breakfast Club. Jimmy popping on.
The internet thought it had already seen every possible version of 50 Cent drama. Rap feuds, trolling wars, Instagram roast sessions. The man practically turned internet chaos into a full-time profession. But just when fans thought things couldn't get more explosive, a rumor started circulating that sounded like something straight out of a wild Backstage reality show. Because according to the latest viral chatter, Jim Jones and T.I. allegedly confronted 50 Cent backstage at a concert. And the craziest part? People claim security footage leaked online. Now, if that sentence alone doesn't sound like the opening scene of a Netflix hip-hop documentary, just wait until you hear how the internet reacted. Within minutes, social media timelines started lighting up like a Christmas tree in Times Square. Clips began circulating. Screenshots appeared. And suddenly fans everywhere were acting like detectives trying to solve the biggest mystery in rap drama. Some people swore the footage showed a tense moment between the rappers backstage. Others argued the entire situation was being exaggerated by gossip pages chasing viral headlines. But once the rumor started trending, the internet didn't care about slowing down because, let's be honest, when names like 50 Cent, Jim Jones, and T.I. appear in the same sentence, drama is practically guaranteed. And if you know anything about hip-hop history, you already understand why this rumor caught so much attention. These artists have crossed paths, thrown subtle shots, and built reputations for speaking their minds without hesitation. So the moment people believed there might be an actual backstage confrontation, the internet went into full meltdown mode. Fans started arguing. Memes exploded across social media. Comment sections turned into full debate arenas. Some viewers believed the footage proved there was real tension behind the scenes. Others insisted the situation was probably just a normal backstage conversation blown out of proportion by viral gossip culture. Understand why this rumor exploded across the internet like a fireworks show. You have to rewind the story to the moment the so-called security footage first started circulating online. At first, it looked like just another random backstage clip floating around social media. A dim hallway, a few security guards, some artists moving through the crowd. Nothing that immediately screamed hip-hop, drama of the year. But the captions attached to the clip told a completely different story. Suddenly, gossip pages were claiming the footage showed Jim Jones and T.I. confronting 50 Cent backstage at a concert. And once those names appeared in the same headline, the internet immediately lost its mind. Fans started reposting the video with dramatic music, slow-motion edits, and captions that made the situation look like the opening scene of a rap documentary. Within minutes, timelines everywhere started lighting up. Some people insisted the footage clearly showed tension in the air. Others said it looked like a normal backstage moment that gossip pages were turning into a blockbuster scandal. But once a story starts trending online, logic usually takes a backseat to entertainment. And this story had all the ingredients for internet chaos, 3 legendary rap figures, a mysterious backstage moment, and a so-called leaked video that nobody could fully explain. The speculation started growing instantly. People began analyzing the clip frame by frame, like they were FBI investigators reviewing security camera footage. Fans zoomed in on facial expressions, body language, and who seemed to be standing closest to whom. Suddenly, everyone online had become an expert in decoding backstage drama. Meanwhile, the internet started bringing up the long history of tension surrounding 50 Cent and other rappers. Because if there's one thing hip-hop fans know about 50, it's that he's never exactly been shy when it comes to confrontation. Over the years, he's had legendary beefs, viral trolling moments, and public feuds that have kept the internet entertained for decades. So, when fans heard that 2 other major rap figures might have confronted him backstage, curiosity instantly turned into obsession. But the story didn't stop there, because as people kept replaying the footage, they started noticing new details. Some viewers claimed they saw Jim Jones walking toward 50 Cent with a serious expression. Others believed T.I. appeared to be speaking intensely while security stood nearby. A few fans even insisted the body language looked like the beginning of an argument, of course. Other viewers quickly pushed back against those interpretations. They pointed out that backstage areas at concerts are always crowded and chaotic. Artists talk loudly, security guards move people around, and conversations can easily look intense even when nothing dramatic is actually happening. But once a rumor reaches viral status, it becomes almost impossible to slow down. Soon, hip-hop blogs started posting headlines about the supposed confrontation. Reaction channels uploaded breakdown videos explaining what might have happened. Comment sections filled with fans arguing about whether the footage showed real tension or just a misunderstood moment. And just like that, the story turned into a full internet spectacle. Memes started spreading everywhere. Some fans joked that the clip looked like a backstage brawl about to start, while others compared it to a scene from a Zeus Network reality show where security has to jump in before chaos breaks out. But the most interesting part of the entire situation was the silence from the artists involved. Neither 50 Cent, Jim Jones, nor T.I. had publicly addressed the rumor. And that silence only made the internet even more curious, because historically, when 50 Cent is involved in a viral story, he rarely stays quiet for long. The rapper has built a reputation for responding to drama with sarcastic jokes, trolling posts, and ruthless humor that often makes situations even more entertaining. So naturally, fans began waiting. Would 50 Cent respond with a meme? Would Jim Jones clarify what happened backstage? Would T.I. jump into the conversation and explain the situation? Or would the entire story turn out to be nothing more than an internet misunderstanding blown way out of proportion? As the speculation continued spreading, more people began sharing their own theories about what might have happened in that backstage hallway. Some fans believe the artists simply crossed paths and had a normal conversation that looked more dramatic on camera than it actually was. Others insisted the body language in the footage suggested there was genuine tension between the rappers. And because the internet loves a good mystery, every new theory added another layer of intrigue to the story. Reaction channels kept posting updates. Fans kept analyzing the footage. And the rumor continued spreading across social media. But the craziest part? The more people talked about the situation, the more the story started evolving into something even bigger than the original video. Because once fans started digging deeper into the relationships between 50 Cent, Jim Jones, and T.I., old interviews, past comments, and previous rap industry tensions suddenly started resurfacing online. Now, if you thought the internet would watch that mysterious backstage clip, debate it for a few hours, and then move on, yeah, that's not how viral hip-hop drama works. Because once the rumor that Jim Jones and T.I. confronted 50 Cent started gaining traction, the entire internet turned into a giant investigation center. Suddenly, everybody became a backstage security expert. Fans were replaying the clip like detectives, analyzing surveillance footage in a crime movie. People zoomed in on hand movements, facial expressions, even the way security guards were standing in the hallway. Some viewers swore the body language looked tense, like something serious had just happened moments before. Others said the internet was reaching way too far, because backstage at concerts is always chaotic. Artists run into each other constantly, security is everywhere, and conversations often look intense even when nothing dramatic is happening. But logic rarely stops the internet once a story starts trending, and this story had already caught fire. Hip-hop blogs immediately jumped on the situation. Headlines started popping up suggesting there was a backstage confrontation between rap heavyweights. Reaction channels uploaded dramatic breakdown videos with titles that sounded like trailers for a boxing pay-per-view event. Meanwhile, fans were turning the entire situation into memes. Some people joked that the clip looked like the beginning of a backstage fight, where security is about to break up a brawl before the cameras cut away. Others compared the energy to a Zeus Network reality show moment where someone shouts, "Roll the cameras," right before chaos erupts. The internet was having a field day. But things really got interesting when people started digging deeper into the history between the rappers involved, because If you know anything about hip-hop culture, you know that past comments, interviews, and old rap beefs never truly disappear. The moment a rumor like this surfaces, fans start digging through the archives like archaeologists searching for clues. Suddenly old clips started resurfacing. People began sharing past interviews where 50 Cent had made sarcastic remarks about other rappers in the industry. Others posted throwback videos of Jim Jones speaking on rap competition or T.I. discussing hip-hop respect and rivalries. None of those moments directly confirmed the rumor. But in the world of internet drama, even small connections can make a story feel bigger. And once those old clips started circulating, the narrative surrounding the backstage footage grew even more dramatic. Some fans began speculating that the tension in the clip might be connected to unspoken rap industry rivalries. Others insisted the entire situation was simply three major artists crossing paths backstage at the same concert. But the arguments kept getting louder. Comment sections turned into full-blown debate arenas where people defended their favorite artists like they were part of a championship sports team. Some fans claimed the footage proved there was real tension. Others accused gossip pages of exaggerating the moment just to create viral headlines. Meanwhile, reaction channels kept fueling the discussion. Creators posted detailed breakdowns, explaining what they believed the body language meant. Some treated the situation like a rap documentary, analyzing every second of the footage. Others approached it with humor, joking that the internet had already written 3 different storylines for a moment. Nobody fully understood, but the biggest suspense in the entire situation revolved around one person, 50 Cent. Because if there's one thing everyone knows about him, it's that he almost never stays quiet when his name starts trending. The rapper has built a reputation for turning internet drama into entertainment through sarcastic captions, trolling posts, and hilarious memes. So naturally, fans started refreshing his social media pages. Everyone expected him to respond eventually. Some viewers predicted he would post a meme roasting the entire situation. Others believed he might completely ignore the rumor and let the internet argue with itself. Both outcomes seemed possible, because 50 Cent has mastered the art of controlling online narratives without even saying much. Sometimes a single caption from him is enough to turn a rumor into a viral comedy moment. But as hours passed, the silence continued, and that silence only made the speculation grow louder. Fans began wondering if the footage might actually show something real. Others argued that if there had been a serious confrontation, more clips would probably have leaked by now. The internet couldn't agree on anything, but that uncertainty was exactly what kept the story trending, because mysteries fuel viral conversations better than clear answers. And as the debate continued spreading across social media, the narrative surrounding the backstage clip started evolving again. People weren't just discussing the footage anymore. They were discussing the entire culture of rap, beef, internet rumors, and celebrity drama. Some fans argued that hip-hop has always thrived on competitive tension between artists. Others said social media now exaggerates those rivalries far beyond reality. But regardless of where people stood in the debate, everyone agreed on one thing: the story had become way bigger than the original video. And just when the internet thought the situation couldn't get any more dramatic, new reactions started appearing that pushed the entire conversation into an even wilder direction. Because once the aftermath of that mysterious backstage moment started unfolding, the story was about to take another twist nobody saw coming. By the time the internet finished replaying the so-called backstage security footage, the story had already transformed into something far bigger than the original clip. What started as a few seconds of blurry hallway footage had now turned into a full-blown hip-hop mystery that fans everywhere were trying to solve. And honestly, watching the situation unfold felt less like a normal celebrity rumor and more like a chaotic documentary episode titled "The Backstage Incident Nobody Can Explain." Because after hours of debates, memes, and reaction videos, one thing became very clear: nobody actually knew what really happened. Some viewers were convinced the footage showed A tense confrontation between Jim Jones, T.I., and 50 Cent. They argued that the body language looked serious, and the way security stood nearby suggested something might have been brewing behind the scenes, but others pushed back hard. Against that idea, they pointed out that backstage areas during concerts are naturally intense environments. Artists are rushing to performances, managers are coordinating schedules, security is moving people through crowded hallways. What might look dramatic on camera could easily be a normal moment happening during a busy event, honestly. Both sides had valid arguments, because the truth is, the clip itself didn't clearly show a fight, an argument, or any obvious confrontation. It simply showed a moment where several major artists appeared to cross paths backstage, but the internet had already written its own story. Memes continued spreading across social media like wildfire. Some users joked that the clip looked like the beginning of a Marvel crossover scene, where different characters from separate storylines suddenly meet in the same hallway before chaos breaks out. Others compared it to a reality show reunion episode, where security stands nearby just in case things get heated. But the most interesting part of the entire saga was the continued silence from the rappers involved. 50 Cent, Jim Jones, T.I. None of them had directly confirmed the rumors. And that silence created a strange kind of suspense online. Fans kept refreshing social media pages waiting for someone to finally address the situation. Because historically, moments like this rarely stay unanswered forever, especially when 50 Cent is involved. Over the years, 50 has built a reputation for responding to drama in ways that instantly go viral. Sometimes it's through sarcastic Instagram captions. Sometimes it's through trolling memes that turn serious rumors into comedy. And occasionally, his responses create even more chaos than the original story. So naturally, the internet kept waiting. Would 50 laugh the rumor off with a meme? Would Jim Jones clarify what actually happened backstage? Would T.I. step in and explain the situation? Or would the artist simply ignore the speculation and let the internet continue arguing on its own? Meanwhile, something else began happening as the conversation continued. Fans started reflecting on how quickly modern internet culture can transform a small moment into a global story. Think about it. One short clip appears online. Gossip pages add dramatic captions. Fans begin speculating. Within hours, millions of people are debating what might have happened between some of the biggest names in hip-hop. In other words, the internet doesn't just watch stories anymore. It creates them, because even if nothing dramatic actually happened backstage, the viral reaction turned the moment into a massive conversation about rap rivalries, celebrity encounters, and how quickly rumors can spread across social media. And in a strange way, that might be the most fascinating part of the entire situation. The footage itself remains mysterious, but the reaction to the footage became the real story. Fans argued. Memes exploded. Reaction channels uploaded breakdowns analyzing every frame. And through all that noise, the mystery continued to grow, because the truth is, the only people who truly know what happened in that backstage hallway are the artists who were actually there. Everyone else is simply interpreting a few seconds of video through the lens of internet drama. But that hasn't stopped the speculation. Even as the conversation slowly began fading from trending pages, fans continued debating whether the moment hinted at deeper tension in the rap world, or if it was simply a misunderstood encounter captured on camera. And that lingering mystery left one final question hanging in the air. Did Jim Jones and T.I. really confront 50 Cent backstage? Or did the internet accidentally create the biggest hip-hop rumor of the week from a moment that was never dramatic at all? Because knowing how unpredictable celebrity drama can be, the next twist in this story might appear the second one of those artists decides to finally breathe. And honestly, if this entire situation proves anything, it's that the internet can turn 10 seconds of blurry backstage footage into a full Hollywood movie plot overnight. One hallway clip, 3 legendary rap names, and suddenly social media turns into the world's loudest investigation team. People slowed the video down, zoomed in on body language, started writing their own storylines. At this point, the internet is basically a mix of detectives, rap historians, and reality show commentators, all arguing at the same time. But now the real question is for you. Do you think Jim Jones and T.I. actually confronted 50 Cent backstage? Or did the internet completely exaggerate a normal moment between artists? Because let's be honest, once gossip pages add dramatic captions, the comment section turns into a battlefield. Faster than a rap battle on stage, some fans swear the tension. In that clip looks real. Others believe the entire story is just another example of social media turning nothing into something huge. And if we're being real, the truth might only come out if one of the artists finally decides to break their silence. But until that happens, the real show is happening right here in the comments. So drop your opinion below and tell us what you think really happened backstage. Was this a real hip-hop confrontation, or just another viral rumor the internet ran wild with? And while you're here, make sure you smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next wild celebrity moment. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, the drama never sleeps, the rumors never stop, and the next viral headline is always loading. And when it drops, you'll see it first right here on Fame Blueprint. See it first right here on Fame Blueprint.